Hi everyone, I'm Dr. Avani Ratan. I'm your faculty at Conceptual Psychology, and I welcome you all to the fourth subpart of social psychology, which is attitudes and their change. Starting with, what are attitudes? So, an attitude is our evaluation, either it is favorable or unfavorable, of people, objects, ideas, or events. Now, these can be positive, which is liking a friend, or these could be negative, that is, disliking a political party, or these could be even mixed. Some attitudes are stable, such as the religious beliefs, while the others keep changing depending on the situation, which could be our choice of clothing, music, or anything else. You might strongly believe that smoking is harmful, which is a stable attitude, but your opinion on a new movie, they may change depending on the reviews from your friends, which is an unstable attitude. Now, attitudes are of two kinds, explicit versus implicit. The explicit attitudes are conscious and they are reportable. For example, I don't like junk food, whereas implicit attitudes could be unconscious and they could be automatic, such as someone may consciously believe in gender equality but unconsciously stereotype women as less competent leaders. Now, how are attitudes formed? When a neutral stimulus is paired with something positive or negative, we form an attitude which is known as classical conditioning. So keep this in mind, where a neutral stimulus is paired with something positive or negative, we form an attitude. So here, as an example, we could take into the consideration of advertisements which show a cold drink with celebrities, or the celebrity holding the cold drink in parties and advertising it to be something which is fun. So we start to associate the drink with the happiness. Okay. Now the second way is subliminal conditioning. Here the attitude formed without conscious awareness. The attitude is formed without conscious awareness. For an example, quickly flashing positive words with the product in a commercial may make us like the product without realizing why. Third is the mere exposure effect, where there is repetitive exposure which increases the liking even if we don't consciously remember it. Okay. So you may start liking a song after hearing it several times on the radio, even if you disliked it at first. So that is repetitive exposure. Now, the illusion of the truth effect. So here, repetition makes the information seem more believable. So the fake news, which is repeated often on social media, can start feeling true even without the evidence, right? Moving on to instrumental conditioning, which is also operant conditioning. So behavior which is followed by rewards, it gets reinforced, whereas punishments, they weaken the attitude. So here, a child who's praised for saying please and thank you develops a positive attitude towards politeness. Then coming to observational learning, which is modeling. Here we form attitudes by observing others, especially the role models. So a teenager may develop a positive attitude towards fitness after watching their favorite athlete train. Then coming to social comparison. So we compare our attitudes with others to see if we are correct, right? So student may change their political views to align with friends just to feel accepted. Talking about reference groups, we adjust our attitudes to match people we admire or identify with. So, if your peer group values being a vegetarian, you may adopt it too, even if your family doesn't. Discussing about attitude change. So, attitudes can change due to a persuasion. There are advertisers, maybe there are leaders and the peers who try to change our mind. Attitudes may also change because of cognitive dissonance. When attitudes and behaviors clash, we may change our attitude to reduce discomfort. So, student who believes that honesty is important but cheats in an exam might later justify it as everybody cheats to reduce the dissonance. That is, them changing their attitudes. So, how can we summarize attitudes? Attitudes are evaluations that shape how we think and how we act. They are formed through learning, they are formed through repetition, they are formed through comparison and social influence. They can also change through persuasion or when the behavior is inconsistent with the attitude. So that's how we could summarize attitudes. I wish you happy learning. Thank you.